What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Scale News Update. If you're not familiar with the show, this is where we talk about the news topics that happened in the scale world of RC over the past week. If you enjoy the Scale News Update, hit the like button. Let's jump into this week's topics. First for this week, Axial UTV Parts. The complete assembled steering front axle is available separately now. They rolled out a bunch of these parts at the outset, letting us know what we were going to see, and these parts are now finding their way to shops, stores, distributors everywhere. So if you've got a 1/18th UTV Capra and you want to make it four-wheel steer, this is just the easiest option to just buy that whole thing and throw it in the rear. Otherwise, you can buy the knuckles and C-hubs and all that stuff separately, but this just makes it an easy option. Or if you've got ideas for a custom build that you were looking to use the axles in, again, easy to just buy it complete rather than having to source everything and find the hardware that you need. Just a nice complete option. Definitely worth checking out. A lot of other Capra stuff has made it in stock as well if you're looking for individual replacement parts, again, either for a custom build or, just actual replacements. Full rollout has hit, so just about everything is available. Cool to see. If you want to find that stuff, I'll put a link in the description below where you can find links to that product, other products related to it, and all of the topics that we're going to talk about today. Concepts released the SCX24 version of their Power Master body, the Power Wagon-esque body, but now for the SCX24. This one I think looks a little bit better than the actual Power Wagon version in the 1/24 scale size. The 1/10, being a complete cab and bed rather than a separate cab, which was the most popular thing we ever saw with the Power Wagon, they didn't quite follow suit. But this one looks pretty appropriate. I think for an SCX24 body, it's a really good looking option. Now, I call it an SCX24. I don't know what platform you want to put it on. Do I need to start calling them 24/18th? It does fit, it doesn't. Things are going to get very confusing. But speaking of 1/24 scale, Carisma released a couple of new monster trucks. They're basically the same platform that Carisma recently released in the 24 scale, but with bigger tires, and I think pretty much the same bodies. So you can get the F truck body, or you can get the Coyote Pup, which is the same as their 1/10 scale Coyote that I don't know if they offer it anymore. They used to offer it in their 1/10 scale platform, but now available in the 1/24. Very kind of generic looking 24 scale monster trucks, maybe not as high effort as some of the other 24 scale monster trucks that have been released soon, but if you need a last ditch Christmas present idea, or you're a big fan of Toyota Stouts, then, at least there's one of those two things may fit your needs. This week's Scale News Update is brought to you by Overdrive Fans, presented by Team Garage Hack. And they want to do a little bit of an educational spot on the topic of overdrive in general. Overdrive is a trend that has really kind of exploded in popularity over the last 3 or 4 years at least. It's been around quite a while, but it's definitely a mainstream thing these days. But if you don't know what it is, maybe you're new to the hobby, overdrive is basically the difference in gear ratio between the front and rear axle. Overdrive, when referred to in trail trucks, generally means that you're driving the front tires faster than the rear. And as the percentages climb, generally means that the front wheels are spinning even that much faster than the rear. Overdrive and increasing amounts of overdrive can have pros and cons. The main upsides to overdrive is that it can oftentimes greatly increase your climbing ability, and it can also reduce your turning radius. Depending on the characteristics of your driving style, the terrain, and the truck itself, the percentage that's best for you may not always be cut and dry. And that's why having a lot of options to adjust the percentage of overdrive you have is a good thing. And TGH offers a number of items that can add overdrive to your vehicle. You can go check out Team Garage Hack's website for a bunch of products that can help you do that. Again, thanks to TGH for sponsoring this week's news. But speaking of Team Garage Hack, they also have new products for this week. They recently released a dual servo winch mount setup for the Element platform. This will work with either the stock Element chassis or the Team Garage Hack Titan conversion chassis. It also includes some spacers in case you have different chassis options you want to try it with. Also recently released are the TGH Shackles and Fairlead that are made to fit their modular bumper. The modular bumper has 2 nice plates that go on the side of the chassis that will work with almost any width chassis you've got. An awesome, just easy way to put metal bumpers on your truck. You can go check out all of those products Each are linked in the description below. For those of you who are Element owners and may have been intrigued by some of the new parts that came on the Element Enduro SE, you can check out those parts available separately now also. So in case you were looking for the inner fenders, or you possibly wanted to go to that new forward mounted motor setup, all those parts are now in stock in stores. And you can also find the new front and rear tube bumpers that they released on that vehicle as well. Next, we have another Element related story. My Trick RC just posted up an Element Ecto light kit that you can get. This has a printed grille with the light buckets integrated right into it, some super bright LED headlights, and some red LED taillights. This is just a super easy option that looks like it could have been factory made. Last week, I also did a video demonstrating that Creality CR Scan Lizard 3D scanner, and I used my Element Ecto as the subject of that, and I designed an interior roll cage for that body. If you're interested in seeing that, either for the 3D scanning content or the little preview of the Element Ecto cage, you can go check that out, and I'll link that video below as well. For those of you that own the FMS SCX24, there's some new aluminum and brass axle component parts that were recently released and are now coming in stock. So if you want to add a little down low weight, you can get the brass front cover to the portals and also some aluminum rear halves in multiple colors. Might be a little clashy with the brass and the color aluminum, but you know, some options nonetheless. Obviously, you can see that FCX24 in either the Doug Power Wagon version now, or they also have the monster truck. And I imagine these parts would work fine on either, although I don't know that the brass options are needed on the monster truck, but I don't know. Monster truck people are weird, so maybe they're using them. Also, come join us this Wednesday for Livestream Takeover. Matt and I will be discussing everything that's going on, as well as some new projects that we've got coming up soon. So come check that out, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, every single Wednesday. And then, of course, we always have Friday Night Live as well. Come hang out, work on some projects, BS, and answer some questions. So good stuff as always. Same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. But that's going to do it for this week's news topics. For this week's question segment, last week we talked about what kind of deals you guys either got in on or just kind of looked down the peripheral of. And there was a lot of people who did a lot of shopping. I think there was a ton of deals happening this year throughout the industry and outside the industry. People were definitely doing a lot of shopping. But now I feel like we're in a little bit of that lull before the final rush of, oh crap, I need to get things before Christmas. So for this week's question, did you do all your shopping in advance for everybody? Are you still kind of trying to get there? Or are you a last minute person, like somebody I may know really, really well? In reality, I'm not in charge of getting anybody gifts. I would be the worst. But as always, thanks for watching the Scale News update. Hope you have an awesome rest of your week. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the snooze. Scale News, snooze. I'm tired. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification bell so you see the videos as soon as they get uploaded. As always, thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the snooze. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification bell as soon. Oh, the God. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not. What the? Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification bell so you see the videos as soon as they get uploaded. As always, thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one. Fucking finally. God.